Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. Sly's going to have the honor of getting us started. And we're off and running from Landover. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. The rookie from Michigan there that time.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Nix. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Nix off the play action. And this is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. One after tries, goodbye Lutz. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock. And their first play winds up going backwards. And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. And going play action. Young. That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Let's go!
Young on 1st and 10. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches will really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Called in left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, it's a go-to route to target.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Right. Here we go. 45. Right. Slide through. Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that makes it 4th down. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Black 40. Cut.
Here's Jones. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across, but there was no overcoming up front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
Look at this, 9 yards on a nice 1st down run.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
This is Walker on 2nd. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Nix from the gun. Forced out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
Kate, I wish every fan could just get the perspective on the field. When you stand on the sidelines, you realize how fast this game is. And as a QB, you've got to understand. When you get that amount of time, you've got to get rid of the ball. Because this game moves in a hurry.
That's the 25. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Pick up there of 39 yards. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Catch made left side by Abuka. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that runs held up just before he can get the last bit he needed. It's going to be 4th and short.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
The kick by Lux is good. And they come away with some points on that series.
How about that? He gets to add a field goal to his extra point. And 2 series in, he knows he's played a big role in this one.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
Ready up.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. Red, 38.
Young looking to throw. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Set, hut. Blue striker. Set.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. That incompletion won't help.
This offense is not leaving the field. On 4th and 8, they're going for it.
Red, yellow. Set.
Off the play fake, it's Young. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a 1st down here. And I think we all saw their shoulders slump in unison when they saw that flag come out. They knew what that call was going to be.
And if he could, you know he'd dig a hole 10 feet under and go hide in it. You do not want to be the guy who gave this drive new life.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Stopped by Foye Oluoku.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted! And the Commanders are going to have it! And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception!
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance in making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. Pressure's there, and it closes in on him. He's dropped for the sack, and that is what should bring us to the end of this opening quarter. So well there, in the huddle, partner. We've arrived at the end of our 1st quarter. The Commanders have an early lead. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Quickly into the hands of McConkey. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still brought not enough to avoid 3rd down.
So many times, Kate, when I see these receiver screens, I think punt return. It's like a punt return. On punt return, it's all about those blocks. The returner's got to catch it, and he's got to feel those blockers in front of him. It's no different on a big play like this with the wide receiver screens.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap. A lot of them, they make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Bayshul Tootin now on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Red. Down. Ready.
Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
2nd down carry for Jones. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They send a man in motion.
Ready?
It's Young. The throw here on first. To the right, he's got to Slom. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here we go.
A give left side to Jones. And no first down here. He's up to the 42-yard line. Another half yard, and he'd have had it.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And he stopped cold at the spot. We'll keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
That's good. For the Lions, first down. A 5-yard gain on the play.
Ready.
First down, Lions.
38. Set.
Play action now. Young. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws this one deep down the right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
On 2nd and 10, Young finds him over the middle. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Zone read, this is Jones. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
On the ready.
Just about a yard to the markers, and they're going to take the risk and go for this.
Set. Hut. Blue 32. Trouble 38. Pause red. 6. Mega. Ready?
4th down, Young throwing. Into the hands of Leggett. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Now that was a big 3-yard gain because instead of a turnover on downs, partner, it gets him the first.
Okay, right? Come on, set. Yellow 43. Shot 17.
Defense shows blitz. Young. He's got a man left. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up.
Ready.
Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Down. Yellow 22. Ready.
Shotgun snap now to Young. He gets this one to McLaurin. Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 1-score game before halftime. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
So they'll decline this and take the result.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Return starts at the 9. This makes it up to the 25.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes first and 10.
Almost set. Ready. Ready.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he drives that plug backward on a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Ready. Ready.
Play action with Mix. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Almost.
Running left. Here's Walker. Defense contains him. That's going to force fourth down as he's dropped for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Commanders ready for the punt. To return, Adoree Jackson. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. He fields this at the 18. Finally, they're able to corral him, but not before he gets a hefty amount on that return.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10.
Ready. Set.
Young to throw it. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. This one is stopped after about a 5-yard pickup. The tackle made it to 45.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Red 38. Steel, black, white. You, yellow. Cut.
Out of the gun, Young. Finds his running back. This is Bashal Tootin. And they make the tackle at the 38. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
52 blue. Eagle blue. Ready?
Young up first and 10. Finds his man, Gray. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
All set now. First and 10.
6, mega. Let's go. 60 reps. Second.
Sticking to the air. It's Young. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Here we go, set. 10 black.
Young working from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
Set. Ready?
Young to throw here on third. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete.
A 38-yard attempt.
Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good. Wide left. And they fail to cut the lead in half. It stays at 6.
You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
It's a Buka on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. Throwing here just before halftime. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
6-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Cut.
Back to throw. Here's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
We've set it downs from 37.
Set. Cut. Cut. Cut.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. And stopped by Alex Highsmith.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to keep them from...
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Ready.
3rd and long. Young. It's in or no. They dropped another one. Hicks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30.
At their own 26-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a walker on. Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Where one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Staying with Walker. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
3rd and long for Nix. It's complete. This is Olave. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
And the Commanders 1st down.
Walker on 1st down. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. He puts some juice on it deep. It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders push their lead further to start the half. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders bump the lead up to 13 points. Now after that snap, there's an injured Lion still out there. We'll get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. That's complete. Here's Jones. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
40. Ready.
1st down, Young. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Young. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect. Brock. It's 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Come on, set.
Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. And what a play! He gets there to lay a massive hit and stop him after that catch. It's going to be 4th down. Full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this.
Red. Yellow. Strike 2.
To the air yet again. Young. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. 1st down from the 42. They give up the gut to Walker. Strong running inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's good for a Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. This is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders make it a 3-possession game. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Following that timeout, they're lining up. They're going to try to come up with 2 points. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. Will Brock, the run certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. Good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Young looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Intended target that time was Aaron Jones. So that brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. Ready.
Here's Young to throw. Outright, Leggett makes the grab. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. This play goes for 36. And the Lions have a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the set.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Come on, ready.
It's Young to throw here on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
It's second down.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Ready?
Here he goes, third and long. Finds the in route, complete. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. And they'll come up on first and 10.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 26-yard
Shotgun
line.
snap, now to Young. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
As that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Again, it's Young. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Right.
Here's Young again. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring us fourth down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Ready?
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on fourth.
Ready. Yellow, 22. Fight, 60. 10 cycles. Red, cycle. Set.
They're going for it. Young. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes first and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for Washington first down. This is the end of the third quarter. The Commanders have possession and a massive lead. This one looking like it could be over. First down now, ball at the 33. Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Nix with it on first. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Well, QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Ole, ole, ole! Ole, set! Ready! Ready, ready!
Shotgun snap to Nix. Catch made left side by McConkey. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Gets his running back. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
And he'll go down here, covers up nicely after a gain of 7.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he will not score, but that does set him off Brock with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders keep adding to that 4th-quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Watts there to tack on the extra point. And the Commanders continue piling onto this lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Escapes the defender. And they get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. To the air on 1st down. Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest. And that one forces a 4th down.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10 because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
They go with Walker here. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down.
Bombers.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. And the coverage holds up. Nicely done. They were tested. They knock it away in the end zone. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
He's within striking distance. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Commanders continue piling it on here in the 4th. Chris Olave with the up and through for the point after. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Get ready.
Out of the gun, Young. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And no yak this time. They got on him quickly, down at the 32-yard line. We'll keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Young working from the gun. This is reeled in by Leggett. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. 1st and 10 from the 43.
Cycle. Come on.
Now it's Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down.
Zone read. They'll give it to Tootin. Got the give on a zone read, and the defenders were waiting for him. He goes down for a loss. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Lions trying to do some window dressing. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. 3rd and long for him here. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
That may have been a situation we look back on and he watches the tape the next day. He's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
Black 40.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Into a crowd and intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Commanders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. 1st and 10 now from the 46. On the carry, it's Walker. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Running with Walker again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Now Nix. Here's a screen out for Walker. He's got the 1st and more inside the 25. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. Gain of 26 yards there. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Gets this to McConkey. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
It's Walker on the give. And he's going to be knocked backwards. This loses yards to the 7. To score this as a win for the